Well, y'all, look who it is. My baby boy. Well, hey guys, welcome back to Cross Timbers Bison. Here's some of the calves that we just weaned last weekend. I want to thank Element for sponsoring today's video. So there's going to be a lot going on in today's video. So we've got a lot of rain coming in, and I've decided last minute to plant a cover crop in our 15 to 20 acre size pasture. We're also going to do something for the first time. We're going to put out some fertilizer. We're going to do all that today before the rain comes. And also, we're going to go see some familiar faces that you haven't seen in a while, and check up on our new lease where we took some of our cows over to a friend's place. We're back at it again. It's been 4 or 5 months since I've been in this bad boy. So lucky to have really good neighbors. Yes, this is not mine. Great neighbor, Richard Thomason. Hit him up. He's letting me borrow his tractor. When you pull the no-till drill, okay, you've got to have at least a 90 horsepower tractor. And the only person I know that has one near me is my neighbor, Richard. So nice to have good people next to you, good neighbors, because that's what keeps farms and ranches going. Especially for a young first generation rancher like myself that don't have these sort of big toys, shouldn't say toy, tool. We're gonna hook up to the no-till drill, dump a whole bunch of rye grass seed in. It's a fast growing kind. Try to get some cover on this pasture and get some grass for these bison. Make it look a little better. Give it some soil love. So this is the pasture right here along the road. Chickasaw Trail next to the ranch. This is the pasture we're gonna plant the cover crop in today because it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Actually early in the morning. So we've got just a little bit of hours of daylight left. We gotta hustle it. All right, time to load these up. All right, so today we're gonna plant roughly about 15 acres of this fast-growing annual ryegrass. The preferred drill rate on this ryegrass using a no-till drill is 80 to 90 pounds per acre. So if we're doing 15 acres, you multiply that by 80, you divide that by the size of the bags of the seed here, which are 50-pound bags. So doing the math, we've got 24 bags of this ryegrass. There's nothing fancy about it. We're dumping it all in this big bin here. There is a small seed bin right here, but we're not using it today. I'll explain why only ryegrass. So what we've got is we did 13 bags of the fast ryegrass that I got put in the bin. It is completely full. So we've got over half of it right here. What we're gonna do is do a little test run before we go out there, make sure that our drill is working, and then we're gonna get after it. Plant a bunch, and hopefully it comes up. The rain is coming, time is getting shorter. Well, I just wrapped up pasture 3, got about 15 to 20 acres covered. I've got some seed left in the big bunk, so I'm gonna go ahead and run some in pasture 4 real quick. They could use it, use the rest of this seed. So here, I planted this cover crop back in October, and you can see it's not very good. Now the bison did get in there, but they didn't even have enough to hardly nip it down. So I think this pasture is going to need some mineral and stuff, but what I did is got some urea. So as soon as we're done here, we're going to go spread some urea, a little pellet form out there on pasture 3. All right, so we just picked up the spreader here. We're going to be putting out 100 pounds of this urea per acre. So we've got about 4,000 pounds of urea in the little solid form. Now we're gonna head home. We're gonna fertilize our cover crops. You guys know what I've been doing lately. So I'm part of a volunteer prescribed burning association here locally. And you know, I love prescribed burning. I believe in it. I believe in patch burn grazing. This is my 3rd prescribed burn this week. It's the season, the weather's right, climate's right, everything is good, so it's time to go. Something important when it comes to burning and staying hydrated. I've got my favorite drink with. I actually have been passing out tons of the little to-go packets here from Element to a lot of the volunteers. They've been popping them in their drinks and keeping them hydrated. Plus, it just tastes good as well. I love prescribed burning. I love what goes on behind it. When you talk about hydration, the first thing I do in the mornings when I get up and I start working on my videos, and even before I start drinking coffee, I love coffee, I started getting my electrolytes in first thing. I get some Element in, and then I'll sit down and enjoy my coffee, especially when I know I'm gonna be out in the heat, in the sun. It doesn't matter if you're an athlete or you're just working in the garden. If you're out in the elements, you need that salt in your body. Element makes it easy for you. You take the little to-go packets with you, whether you're leaving the house, you're traveling, or you're actually out in the field. You've got several different flavors. My favorite is the citrus salt. Let's be honest, drinking water over and over is very good for you, but it can get old. And when you add some Element in it, not only are you putting back electrolytes in your body, it just tastes good. Get your free Element sample pack with any purchase at drinkelement.com/bison. Try Element, totally risk-free. If you don't like it, give it to a salty friend. And Element will give you your money back, no questions asked. Also, don't forget to try the new Element Sparkling, a bold 16-ounce can of sparkling electrolyte water. We're done cover cropping for now. We're switching to the fertilizer. We're going to the urea pellets right now. Crunching on time is 6:25. It's gonna start raining about 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning, and it's gonna be a kind of a late night for me, so I'm gonna get this going. It doesn't take much. Here's some gears and a setting right here. It's pretty simple. Here's what the pellets look like. Honestly, it looks like Dippin' Dots ice cream. And just this to just below 1.5, he said. Right there. There's our setting. All right, we're setting, ready to go. We're gonna go here, over. Set that in gear. It's tire driven, wheel driven. That'll push it. And then we've got our spreaders right here. So I just don't know how far it'll throw. I've got to get an idea for it real quick. I want to see how far this is actually throwing it out here now that we're rolling and going. And all the way out to here. And all the way out to here. Okay, so it throws it pretty far. There's little pebbles in here. And so, let's see what so probably 15 feet away or so from this, how far it's going out. There's our little Dippin' Dots there. They're flailing it out. yeah, looks like it's going all right. Getting dark, folks. Wet, Big Joe. Good morning, guys. It's the next day. I hustled last night, and it was such a good thing that I did because we got a lot of good rainfall. Unfortunately, we got some storms, and the town of Ada, which is not very far from us, my sister lives there, got hit by a small tornado. She's okay. I think the citizens in Ada are okay. The school got hit and some other buildings and stuff. But it's wild to have a tornado in March. Let's just say that. But typical Oklahoma for you right there. Yesterday evening, I hustled. I got 20 acres of pasture 2 planted in a fast ryegrass. Got it done. In the same tractor I planted the rye in, it didn't have any lights, so I have to talk to my neighbor about that. But anyways, it was nice to be inside the cab tractor getting the grass drilled in the ground. That was the main thing. With the spreader from Stillwater Milling, they do it automatically for you. You just say, hey, I need this much urea, I need this much product. They put it in the spreader for you. It's just a pin hitch, and so you can pull it with essentially anything. I end up using this tractor, which is my uncle's tractor, the same one I've been using to put out hay since my truck and the hydro bed are broke down. Not the hydro bed, just the truck is broke down. So I end up using Keith's tractor to spread out the urea. Got it done. I finished last night about 9:30. Went in, ate dinner and stuff with the girls. And then by 4 o'clock or so, it started to pour and storm, and we got lots of rain. So hoping that the fertilizer, hope they dissolved fast instead of the runoff, is a good thing. I drilled that ryegrass as well, because if I'd have just broadcasted it, it would have not have been good. That water came down so hard and fast last night or early this morning that there may have been some runoff issues because it came hard and it came fast. But because I drilled it, we should be good, and hopefully it's all this wonderful nitrogen that comes from the rainwater is a huge boost, and our pastures could hopefully take a major flip here in the next couple of weeks. With some of this right here, some sunlight, some warmer temperatures, hopefully it takes off and the bison can get some spring cool season grass grazing. That's the idea. And we're helping the soil as well. So what you're looking at, guys, plus Eleanor, she's just right over here on the other side of the creek here, plus Eleanor, this is the Big Joe herd. It has shrunk a little bit. Guys, we're down to 19 members in this herd right here. It still needs to go down, to be honest with you. I think our numbers are more realistically at probably 15 is kind of where I want to get down to. Now that's getting hard. So some of these eventually may go to the Willis property, where Marissa and I just took 4 of our cows to start a new herd over there. That herd still needs a bull. We're going to go check on them today. Also, we're going to take a little detour and we're going to go visit somebody that I know you guys miss so much and so dearly. We're going to go visit him first. Then we're going to the Willis property. We're going to check up on them. I just rolled out some of our last few grassy alfalfa bales, and of course I didn't mean to roll out the whole thing. It busted on me, so it ended up in piles, which I don't like. But yeah, minus the calves, I forgot to mention there are 3 red dogs in this group because they're too young to wean, and because we just did the weaning, but I let them go because they need to stay with mama. So actually we just have 2 red dogs in this group, and I kept 2 up at the front. So it's nice to see this herd is finally shaping up to be a little bit closer to where we want our stocking rate to be and our herd size to be. I think we still have some improvements to make on our numbers. But remember, just to reiterate something I keep talking about is a stocking rate is how many animals that you can put on your land depending on how much forage you have on your property through your grass and forbs and your fuel load. How much food do you actually have? And so with that, we're looking at about 11 or 12 acres per one bison. 11 to 12 acres per one head of bison. Now that's from the NRCS, made a visit with them, and that's what we discovered. Now I can come out here once the growing season starts and do clippings and actually weigh some of the grass, the forage. I can weigh it, and you can also get an estimate of how much food you have, okay? How much forage we have per acre, how many pounds, and then you can evaluate how much land you have and animals by figuring out your stocking rate. So here's one of the reasons that I wanted to really put this fertilizer out. You can see here, this is not bad. It's probably 3 or 4 inches, maybe 5 inches at max height here on some of these cool season grasses that I planted back in October. You can even see some of the clover here coming up. This is crimson clover. Okay, that's good stuff right there. But there's lots of places where it just honestly struggled, and mostly the bare spots it did really good. But like out here in the pasture, you know, the clover's doing good, but some of these grasses just didn't come up. I'm trying to find some. There's a little bit there. You can see like right in here, you can see the lines, but just didn't come up very well. Here's one of the main reasons why I went ahead and fertilized it. And I talked to lots of guys, even regenerative guys doing those kind of practices. We spent the money on running the no-till drill, which costs diesel. I borrowed my neighbor's tractor, the big one, the same one I just used to drill that rye in. We bought a diverse 6 or 7 species of grasses and forbs. We spent that money on the seed to get into the ground, and then it didn't do very well. And so more than likely, yes, we need to do some soil samples. We need to see what minerals we're missing on some of these pastures, like 2 and 4 that I planted back in October. We need to see what the problem is with it. Now that we've tried a cover crop on them, now we've had to apply some fertilizer. We need to go back. We need to see what minerals we're missing. By doing soil samples, we can figure that out. What I planned on doing, by the way, like in this pasture, is before I started even thinking about purchasing urea and spreading this out, I actually contacted a local large chicken farm, and chicken litter, chicken poop is some of the best fertilizer you can put on your property, on your land. And so I called them, and basically they did it back in December. They cleaned out all their large chicken coops. And I mean, this is a large chicken farm. It's actually over by Mom and Kevin's place, the original place. And they said, we just cleaned it out in December. So I'm assuming they're going to clean it out again soon. And I got a good contact. I saved his number. And he's going to actually contact me when they go to clean them out again. And so he's got my information. And the idea and the goal is to get some of that chicken litter. And then I have to find a spreader or somebody to spread it for me, or I can figure that out. But he did say he would bring me some of that chicken litter. So I did try to do that first. Ideally, that would have been nice to put out here as chicken litter. But the situation didn't work, and the rain was coming. The temperatures are changing, and I really wanted to get some fertilizer on this to get it going because we need a grazing off of it. I put money into it. Now it just needs a little extra boost. And plus, not only are we going to get a grazing out of it, it's going to help the soil. And then we get the rain, which is the nitrogen. So that's amazing. You cannot... that is irreplaceable. Getting the rain and that nitrogen makes a world of difference on your pasture. Well, y'all, look who it is. Mr. Baby Boy. Mr. Dunbar. Hey, buddy. You're looking good. Hey, buddy. Everybody misses you. Hey, Dunbar. You're so popular you don't even know it, do you, Dunbar? How's your girlfriend and your baby? Both doing well? Oh, Mama's feisty. Mama's real feisty. Hey, buddy. Let's go get you some cubes. Hold on. Come on, Dunbar. Come on. All right, here we go. Come here, buddy. My baby boy. Not so baby-like. Hey. How are you? Dunbar. There's so many people that ask about you. Big guy. What do you think? How's Mama and baby looking pretty? Mama's feisty. Here. Always good to give Dunbar a visit. This is what Kevin does with him. So some of you don't remember, Dunbar is here at Mom and Kevin's place, the Lynch property where we first started, the OG. There's the iconic feed harvester bins over there. This is where Dunbar's raised. We had a lot of fun out here, getting to know each other, learning all about bison ranching. Dunbar's 8 years old now. Some of you didn't know. And this is his little baby right here.
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh, Siri. Little heifer. Little Dunbar heifer. And that's Mama. She's little flighty. Here you go, buddy. Oh. Hey, buddy. All right, Dunbar, we'll see you soon, buddy. We got to head over to the new lease property. Hey, girls. Munching on some winter green grass. Noah's heifer. Peter Cole. 6. Bless you. All seem to be doing good. Got some winter grass to munch on together. I think Noah's heifer is probably going to be the first one to have a calf.
Is that her straight ahead?
Right here in front of me?
Yeah, well, her belly's out. Isn't it?
I don't think she's that close, but she's big. 105.
Flush.
I think that Peter Cole cow's long. Look at her. Here. Doesn't she? I want to thank Element for sponsoring today's video. You guys can go to drinkelement.com/bison. Thank you guys for watching us. We'll see you guys soon. We're going to keep on bison ranching.